What's going on? Welcome to this one. We call this one the Work Till You Can't and then Rest Until You Can. It's a really long name. I don't know. Maybe have to come up with a better one. But the way it works is we'll have a few different strength exercises we're going to work our way through. And then you're just going to do as much of it as you can. When you're good and tired, you rest for a little bit. When you feel like you got some energy back or like your muscles aren't burning quite as much, you do it again for as long as you can, and then you rest a little bit. So those intervals are going to last 7 minutes. So you'll have a 7-minute chunk where you're working and resting, working and resting. Some people are going to get 5 or 6 sets in. Some people might get 3. For you, do what feels best, okay, depending on the weight or the type of band that you have at home. This is a weight or band-based workout, so if you don't have any of those, you can substitute some of these exercises. I'll put a substitution list on the screen right now so you can see that. But I would recommend if you have at least something, try and use that, all right? Something a little different. Okay, we're going to start off with our warm-up. It's going to be a mobile warm-up. Even if all you've got is, 8 feet of space to move between, this should work just great, okay? Our first one is going to be butt kicks, okay? You're going to start by kicking yourself in the butt. That's where we start. Now you can do this one as a walk, would look like this, and you can do this one at a jog, which looks like this. So for me, the jog is a little tougher, so I'm going to stick with the jog version on this one. Okay, and you can see I don't have like a ton of room, okay, and you might not have a ton of room either, but you just do your best with the space you've got. All right, getting those legs up, and it's okay if your feet don't get all the way up to your glutes. That's okay. Just get them as high as you can, okay? If they're only going to here, that's fine too. We're still getting those muscles that we're trying to target nice and warm. Now our next one's going to be a Frankenstein type of step. So I'll turn around, do a Frankenstein this way. So you want to keep good upper body posture as we're going. Okay, so anyway, the goal of any warm-up is to feel like you're getting warm. Feel like you're using some energy, getting your body moving, and we're trying to get our legs and upper body going as best we can because we'll be using them a lot today. Okay, a couple more steps. All right, now we'll change into our next one. So this one is a kind of a squat discus type throw. So we're going to squat in and reach up to the opposite side, okay? Squatting in and reaching up, okay? It doesn't matter which side you're doing this on, but you're going to take one arm, reach it down across to your opposite knee, opposite quad, and you're going to lift up. So you're feeling a little bit in that hip as you're doing that partial squat. And you're opening up and rotating through the body. So we'll do one side for a little bit, and then we'll get the other side shortly. Okay, now we're going to change sides. I'm reaching down into this side, and I'm reaching up this way. You're noticing this heel comes up just a little bit. That helps me open my hip and fully extend through my body. Okay, so we get that full extension through the body. And that's okay on this one. If you feel like you're getting actually quite a bit of motion, quite a bit of movement, you are. You're working your entire body. You're working your lower body, you're working through the core, you're rotating a bit, and you're getting your upper back and arms as well. Looking good. Well, I know I am. I'm sure you are too. All right, our next one is a squat step. So this one, I'm going to squat down, and I'm going to step from side to side. Okay, so I'm staying down as low as I can handle. I'm going to one side, and then I'm coming back. Woo! To the other side. Woo! 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 Come on, here we go. Here we go. All right, good. On that one, goal again is to get our legs warm, get our upper body warm. Last one we're going to finish off with, I like to call this one the sky punch. You can call it whatever you want. We're just going to rotate through and punch up. Okay, so we're getting a good amount of rotation on this one. I want you to feel like you're punching as you go. Okay, so it should feel like a big extension through that arm. And like you're getting a little bit of arm and back work as you go. Okay, notice that I'm rotating at the hips. This heel comes up as I'm sending that momentum skyward. Okay, if you have impingement issues or shoulders don't go that way, go a little smaller. Okay, a little uppercut. All right, almost there, almost there. Now our workout today is probably gonna take us about 40, 45 minutes, something like that. So plan accordingly. All right, there's the warm up. We're gonna move in to our first exercise. Our first one is squats. Now I'm gonna demonstrate this using a band. You're welcome to use just body weight. You can use a weight if you would like, but I'm gonna show how to make a squat more difficult using a band. We're gonna step into our band. Now I'm gonna start my timer. That way we're rocking and rolling. And I'm gonna squat down. Now I'm actually gonna bring my arms in here. Now you need a band that's long enough to do this. And now I'm going to stand up from my squat and slowly squat back down. So this added resistance is making the squat more difficult. On the way up, I have to stretch the band, right? That takes some force. On the way down, the band is trying to pull me down fast. I'm having to slow my body down as I go. Okay, so this one you can work both on the up and on the down. So that means don't go down too quick. That's usually what happens for people, is they try and slam down too quick. Go nice and steady on this one, and that'll increase that challenge. Okay? Okay, now you might already be done. You might have picked a heavier weight, something more difficult. That's okay. You take your rest as long as you need to. You can follow along with me, or you just work out your own pace. That's the goal today. All right, some of our workouts you follow along exactly. Today, you just do you. You just do you. Maybe that can be an inspiration for you today. Or maybe you're your own inspiration. Oh, baby, we are burning on this one. Oh, I'm gonna take a little breather. Oh, all right, so I worked till I felt like I couldn't, and now I'm gonna rest a little bit until I feel like I can. So a lot of this one is up to interpretation. All right, you just do your best as you're going. So these next 7 minutes are gonna be totally focused on the squat. Okay, so we're doing body weight squat. That'll just look like this. You can also use a squat rack if you have one. If you've got a bar, or if you've got some dumbbells or a kettlebell, something to hold, that can increase that difficulty as well. So my body isn't yelling at me anymore, so it's probably a sign that I could go again. Whew. Whew. Oh man, let's get mean. Let's get mean today. On your squats, make sure your toes are pointed straight ahead. You're up nice and tall, and your hips are going back behind you on the way down. Now those working with a band on this one, you may be feeling some extra pull on the upper body where you're holding the band, maybe your lats, shoulders a little bit. That's good too. Total body on this one. Okay, take a break for a second. I felt like my posture was gonna start rounding, so I'd rather take a pause than lose my posture. I'll tell you what though, I am really regretting wearing pants. Oh man, it's getting warm in here. It's getting warm. All right, how far are we into our 7 minutes? Only halfway. So I'm on pace for probably 4-ish sets right now. So if you've done more sets already, more power to you. If you've done less, that's okay too, as long as they're good, hard, and challenging for you. That's the goal, that's the game plan. All right, I'm not screaming, I'm not crying. I could probably do a few more. All right, get my bands, and then I'll squat in and get set. Ooh, that side's a little tight. There we go, that'll be better. That's it. Doing great work today. Doing great work today. It's not easy. It's not easy. But boy, is it good. Alright, taking a break. I'm taking a break. Oh. You're welcome to grab some water if you have it. I've got mine off to the side. Oh man, it's a pleasure working out with you. It really is. Hopefully my grunting and groaning is more inspiring. Oh man, because it's hard work. It's hard work, my friends. All right, I think I might have time for one more round. What do you think? Yeah, we can squeeze one more round in. Make this a real doozy. Step in. We got a little over a minute right now. Okay, getting good posture. All right, now I'll lower down. My hips are back, arms are in, and I am raising up. And again, this side's just a little tight. There we go. Tell you what, I'm almost ready to be done. I don't know about you. I'm gonna do one more. Oh man, I swear the heat's on way high. I'm gonna go adjust that. Oh yikes. Oh yikes. Whew. Oh man, so squats is gonna be closing up. If you're still going, keep going, that's fine. If you're in the middle of a set when I start changing, that's fine too. So right about now, we're gonna switch into the press, okay? If you're still doing your squats, stick with it, keep going. I'm gonna demonstrate the press. So an alternative here would be a push-up. We've been doing lots of those lately, so I just wanted to give you an alternative if you wanted it. So here, I'm wrapping my band around. Conversely, if you have a shorter band or it's not gonna work very well, you can also do one side. So you would loop that like that, and I could work one side. Would look like this, okay? My chest out, just like that. Now, I'm gonna show with the band where I'm doing both sides though at the same time. That'll make my work a little bit more time efficient. All right, so I'm stepping forward. I recommend a staggered stance, meaning 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Then I'm pressing both arms out front and bringing them back slow and steady. Don't let your arms jerk back. You need to be in control. You're telling this band what you're doing. You're in charge. Okay, I'm working the chest press right now. Nice, steady work as you go. Trying to squeeze in just a little bit. Get those pec muscles working a little bit extra. I'm gonna change feet. Starting to lose my balance here because my legs are tired. Who would have thought? To make this easier, you would move back further. To make it more difficult, you would move forward further. If you're really finding you're losing your balance, you may need to sink in a little deeper. Tell you what though, my arms are already burned out. I'm gonna take a second. Okay, so remember, you're working your own pace today, doing as much as you can, taking as long of a break as you need, and getting back to it. Some of you are gonna have longer work intervals and shorter rest breaks. That's all right. Some of you are gonna have shorter work intervals and longer rest breaks. That's all right. Some of you are gonna fall somewhere in between, and some of you are doing exactly what I'm doing, and that's cool too. All good. All right, I feel like I could go again. So let's go again. Why not? All right, so again, I'm showing the 2-arm version. Alternative here, you may do a bench press if you have a barbell or a dumbbell bench press if you have that. Okay, I do recommend if you're doing a barbell, which is the long bar, I do recommend you have a spotter for that one because that is the most dangerous out of all these weightlifting exercises. Okay, if you do not have a spotter on that one, make sure you have a way that you can dump the weights if you need to. All right, so it's important that safety is your primary concern, especially if you're working out alone. Like I am. So bands can be really great for that. It's really tough to hurt yourself too bad with bands. Now I've hurt myself with bands, but not too bad. Take a little rest. Take a little rest. You got a sweat going yet? If you do, good work. If you don't, you'll get it soon. Or you just turn the heat up. That's a secret right there. Or wear pants. It's another secret. Good way to sweat. Oh man. On this one, if you're feeling like it's rubbing on your arms a lot as you're doing that press, try to make sure that you're rolling out a little further. That'll keep the band out this way just a little bit more. If you're tending to roll in, that band is going to follow along the arm and make a lot of red marks. So I've already got a decent amount of red marks, but that was a lot of that from the squat and just a little bit from this press. So I'll show you what it would look like if I was really trying to make sure that the band wasn't rubbing on my arm. All right, see if I can get you a side view here. All right, so I'm stepping here, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and I've got my chest out, my arms out to the sides, and I'm pushing out front. So you can see it's not on my arms a ton, and it's not dragging and rubbing a ton. Now if I'm rolling and rounding in, you can see it's really wrapping around my arms quite a bit. So the more open I am, the less it's going to drag and rub on my arms. And I think I'm starting too soon on this one because, oh, holy moly, I'm getting sapped. Now what you can do is mid-set, take a half step back. If you feel like you just got nothing left, take a little step back. I can't step back anymore. All right, so it's in a way you can do a drop set that way. So a drop set is where you decrease the difficulty once you feel like you can't do anymore. So with bicep curls, let's say you're doing 20 pounds and you're like, oh, I can't do anymore. You would drop those really quick, grab 15s, and then go as much as you can until you couldn't do it anymore. So you can do that with the press, where you're standing out as far as you can, getting as many as you can, and then when you can't do that anymore, you can just step back a little bit, get as many as you can at that spot, and then when you're burning up there, you step back a little bit and get just a little more at that spot. So it's a way of just increasing the amount of work you're getting for your muscle. So our goal is just to keep our muscles under that tension, and that is how they adapt, it's how they grow and change, and that's what we're after, okay? If it's not uncomfortable, there's a good chance your body's not going to be changing a whole lot, okay? So the more discomfort, in a good way, that you can get, the better, okay? Up tall, and pressing forward. Maybe I've got time for one more set. We're going to find out. Let me back it off a little bit. I feel like a little kitten. Oh, meow. Oh. 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 How are you doing? Pretty good? Good. Me too. It's a lot of fun. If you don't have any music on, you should definitely put music on, because it's working on the quiet, man. Oh, it's terrible. If you're ever wondering why some of the energy's missing if you're working on your own, get the tunes going, all right? If you need to, mute me. That's fine. Whew. Oh, man. How much time we got? We got time for one more? 20 seconds. I can bang out a couple quick reps. And our next one's going to be the row. Okay, this will be relatively easy to get started on too. So here I am. I'm going to finish this bad boy out. Nice. In control. If you're done and waiting, you can go ahead and start on the row if you know what you're doing. If you have no idea what you're doing, I'll show you. You've got your band. Now I'm using my most difficult band. You're also welcome to use the lighter bands if you have them. You can also double up bands, so I could wrap another band around and grab two handles, and now I'm working at twice the level of difficulty. So I've got 1 foot back, 1 foot out front, up nice and tall, squeezing in my upper back, and coming back forward, okay? This is what it looks like. Now an alternative to the row would be a barbell row. We have a barbell right like that, and you're tipped over and you're squeezing in your upper back. You could also do a cable row if you have a cable machine or a Bowflex or something like that. You do a cable row. You can also do this row with one arm, would look like this, okay, squeezing through here, okay, and then you can get the other arm. That one you're getting a little bit more rest each time, so you may be able to almost go continuously if you're doing it that way. For me though, I'm going to keep going because I keep pausing for demonstrations. Okay, and a no equipment alternative on this would be either shoulder circles or a field goal squeeze. Switching my feet just because my legs are getting tired. Don't know why. Why, oh why would my legs ever be tired? If you need to make it harder, you back up more. You need to make it easier, you come forward more. Okay, I'm going to rest until I can. Take a little break, get some water. I definitely recommend you stay hydrated as you go. That'll help a lot with your performance, and it'll help a lot with the way you feel after the workout. If you ever feel really lethargic, tired, beat down after a workout, two things to watch out for is water consumption and your blood sugar level, okay? So your blood sugar may crash over the course of a workout because what we're doing is demanding of our sugar stores. So we break down that sugar relatively rapidly and we use it to create energy, right? We have some stuff that comes off of that, which is heat, right? You get warmer, you sweat more. And so another alternative, another thing there is lactic acid. We come up with a couple other things in our body that our body has to then clean up, okay? It's where some of that burning is coming from, all that good stuff, okay? With that being said, make sure you're well hydrated and make sure you're getting enough as far as nutrition in before and after a workout. That'll help you feel better. Enough of a nutrition lecture, let's get to work. So you're going to notice, I'll see if I can show you the back view here so you can see my upper back. I'm trying to squeeze in between my shoulder blades. Now I'm not squeezing up on this one, I'm actually trying to do the opposite. I'm trying to squeeze down as best I can, and that's really going to help me work on those muscles around my shoulder blades. So those are super important as far as maintaining mobility in that shoulder joint, which is essential for keeping this shoulder joint intact, keeping my head and neck from getting too far out of whack. Next even harder. Let's go big, friends. Row, row, row the band gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Okay, I'm gonna take a little break. How are we doing on time? Real good, real good. I'm at my pace. I can probably squeeze in 2 more sets of the row. Oh, let my arms dangle for a second. Oh yeah, that's great. Oh yeah, that's some kind of wonderful right there. Oh boy. Oh boy, I'm gonna tell you what. It's probably time. You're right, it's time. It's time to work. Let's go to work. I'm actually gonna double this one up. I want this set to be shorter. So I'm gonna grab a second band to increase this difficulty. So again, ways to increase difficulty, double up on your bands or step back away further. That will make that tougher. This feels significantly harder. Oh, significantly harder. man. You ever have one of those days where it's just tough? Tough to get things going, tough to get things started, tough to get into a routine, tough to get in the groove. I've had like 2 days of that in a row. I tried to film this workout yesterday. It didn't end up coming to pass. I came here today to film this, and oh man, tell you what, there was a million reasons not to, but I was like, you know what? You need this. I need this. We both need this. And I had that going through my head. I'm like, man, I just need to make it. I just need to make it. And I kept saying to myself, I need to make it. But then I just didn't do it. So if you're like that with your workouts, sometimes you just got to go and do it. And that's where I'm at right now. So my timer just beeped. So I'm going to move on to the next one pretty quick here. If you've already finished, I'll finish that up really quick and I'll show you what we're doing. Okay, so I just disappeared like magic, which is totally fascinating. And watch this, I'm going to magically reappear. Ta-da! Here's the man. This one, you can use a step or a stair. So if you have a stair in your house, you can use that. What we're doing is we're going to have 1 foot on our step, and we're just going to step back and down and step back up. Okay, so now your stair may be a little taller than this one, and that's all right. But my goal here is to sink into this leg that's on the stair. So I'm going to do this leg till I can't no more. And then I'll do my other leg till I can't no more. Now this leg being raised up on a stair does let me sink in a little bit deeper than maybe I normally do on my squats. Especially making it a step back can also help take some of the pressure off the knee. So those that have knee issues, this may be nice for you, okay? Stepping back, sinking down. Okay, alternative here, I can just step back with a straight leg, okay? Just slowly lower myself down, okay? If you're just at a step, you can just slowly lower your body down, and that can get some challenge, okay? So most of you, your step is probably a little taller than this one, and so you may be able to get some pretty good distance and some pretty good work in that leg. For me, I'm gonna go a little deeper, just so I can be done sooner. Woo! Yeah! Oh, but you are working at whatever level of difficulty is best for you. I'm gonna feel this tomorrow. I'm gonna feel this tomorrow. Oh boy. Okay, change sides. You're welcome to change sides whenever you want. I'm changing now. Maybe you've already changed sides. Maybe you've already done both sides and you're resting. Man, I envy you. Woo! Because my leg is on fire. Oh. So the good news is the heat's not on anymore. The bad news is I'm still wearing pants and I'm working out. Oh, I'm working out my legs. Oh, oh. The room around me is not getting any warmer, but man, oh man, I'm getting toasty. Sinking in. Okay, as I do that step back, make sure that knee stays right above that ankle and come back up. It's okay if it shifts forward slightly, but you don't want it shifting forward a ton. That's too much. Okay, right about here is good. Oh, oh baby, here we go. Here we go. Maybe just a couple more of these. Huh? Whew. Oh, oh, mamma mia. Oh, man. Oh, baby. Okay. 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 Now you're thinking to yourself, but Andrew, I want to be able to walk tomorrow. Bah humbug. You'll be able to. You'll be all right. I promise you. Your body can adapt and overcome, and you'll be just fine. My body will adapt as well. Oh man, I already want to look at the time. I already want this one to be over with. Woo! So we're past halfway, which is good. We got just one more set after this one, and then it's stretch time after that. So we're closing in, folks. We're closing in. I'm gonna start working my first leg again. Some of you are probably already on to your second leg the second time, because you're go-getters. and you're just getting it done. And you listen to this whiny little trainer just cry. How about how much his little muscles burn? Woo! Woo! Meanwhile, you're ahead of the game. You're killing it. Whew. Bravo. If it was easy, everybody do it, right? Tell you what, I'm not everybody. Matter of fact, most people don't do it. And I'm the type of guy, I like to do things that most people aren't doing. I'm not a crowd follower. I'm more of a do it my own way kind of guy. Beat my head against the wall kind of guy. Whew. We're getting close on this leg, I'll tell you what. I'm starting to lose my posture a little bit. Be done. Good, other side. Woo, woo, woo. Steady then, steady. Oh, the fun never ends. Those looking for increased challenge, you're welcome to hold weights on this one. That would make this tougher, that's for sure. For me, I'm finding plenty of challenge with just my body weight though. Oh, some of you are probably already into round 3. Maybe some of you are just starting round 2. That's all right. That's cool too. You're doing your thing. You're rocking and rolling. You're working till you can't, and then going when you can. If you're following along, I'm sorry, but I might be done. Oh, baby, I'm done. Woo. Woo. Oh. Woo. Oh, my quads were quivering a little bit. Woo. All right, let's move this bench out of the way. Okay. We're done with that stair or that step if you're using it. If you didn't have a stair or a step, that's cool too. You can just do that one like a split squat. Next up, you might want a chair of some sort for this one. I'll show you what we're up to next. I'm gonna grab a band, let's go green band. We're starting with bicep curls. So I've got my band. I am stepping in. I'm nice and tall. And I'm squeezing up. Now this one I don't think it's going to last very long because my upper body is still feeling pretty punished from some of those first sets. Man, I'll tell you what, this is more of a workout than I thought it was going to be. Hopefully you're feeling the same way. Oh, it's just a band, Andrew, it's just a band. Why is it so hard? To make this one harder, have both feet in to make it easier. One foot in to make it super hard. Both feet in with a gap. Okay, we're on that one. Next is triceps. I'm actually going to downgrade to a lighter band on this one. You'll see why in just a second. So I got my band, chest is out. I'm going to step my feet in together. Squat in a little bit. Oh, squat in a little bit. My legs. I got my chest out, bringing my elbows up. Here's the starting position. Now I kick back behind me. Okay, you can grab on to the handles if you want. I recommend grabbing around the outside though. Would look like this. Okay, here's what we're aiming for. Squeezing in the triceps. I don't know about you, but the temperature just went up by 100 degrees. Woo! Okay, triceps are toast. Next up, I have a seat. For this, I'd probably recommend a dining room chair if you have it, like a sofa or a lounger or something like that. It's probably not going to work. You're going to want to loop your band underneath your seat. and grab a hold on either side. So now I'm looping this back behind me. I've got my chest out and I'm trying to rotate my arms over this way, and then I'm pressing up. Okay, now if an overhead press isn't good for your arms, oh, I got sweat in my eye. Oh, if it's not good for your arms, what you're gonna wanna do instead is either a field goal squeeze or just skip it altogether. Do biceps and triceps as much as you can for this set. This is a third and optional exercise if you can pull it off. If not, that's cool too. What you're gonna notice is, as you get more and more tired, you're less and less likely to get your arms all the way up, and that's okay. Just make sure that they're staying open and back. Don't let them round in and forward. That'll kill you. All right, I'm toast on that one. Setting those down. I'm gonna take a second. Wipe the sweat off my face a little bit. I'm gonna do bicep curls again. Rest till you can't. Or work till you can't, rest till you can. There we go. Got a little workout brain here. Woo! Stepping in, up nice and tall, and squeezing up. Not an easy day today. Try and aim your knuckles towards your same side deltoids. Your deltoids is this muscle right here. So I'm here, I'm aiming here, not here. Don't aim here, aim here. Okay, up tall, aiming there. That's it for that one. Let's do some triceps. That'll feel better. Not. All right, stepping both feet in, good posture, sinking in a little bit, elbows are in, okay, like this, and then I kick back behind me. Make sure I grab onto a little bit more of this. That'll increase that difficulty a little bit. A lot of times if you increase the difficulty, you burn out sooner. Which for me right now is what I prefer. I prefer harder in a shorter period of time. That's what I'd rather do. Some of you are the opposite though. Some of you would rather be a little bit easier, spread it over a longer time. Do that, it's your workout. Woo! Work till you can't, and rest till you can. It might be my legs that give out first, they're quivering. Oh, baby. Oh, getting a little dizzy. Grab my band. Oh yeah, we're having a rocking good time. Rocking good time. Whew. Good upper body posture, right through here, and pressing up. Oh man, it's gotta be done soon, right? It's gotta be done soon! Oh man, how much time we got? We got less than a minute right now. We got less than a minute. Oh, I'm ready for a nap. But I'm not going to. I'm going to do a little bit more. I'm going to do a little bit more. If you got it in you, you can do it too. Oh, let's finish it. Work till you can't anymore. Work till you can't anymore. Almost. Almost. Finish up. Finish up. We're close. We're close. We're close. And that's it for the workout portion. Oh, mamma mia! Today we're going to stretch the muscles that we worked the most. We're going to start with our chest muscles. We're going to get a doorway if you can. If not, you can use a wall. It would look like that. I'm going to do both at the same time. for time efficiency's sake, I can get both sides going at once. You want your chest up nice and tall, leaning out and in for a big stretch in the chest. Whew. Squeezing that upper back a little bit like you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. Whew. That'll help. Oh man, that was a great workout, wasn't it? Doesn't take much. Doesn't take much. Whew. Oh man. For those that are like, man, I wish there was more, I'll give you one to work on, okay? You can do calf raises, which look like this. Got your feet on, tipping forward, and squeezing up. So those that are like, man, I wish there was one more set, there's your set, okay? I'm just demonstrating the stretching now for those that are ready to move into that. Make sure you're breathing well, calming that heart rate down a bit. Whew, we did it. That was a mighty workout. Let's do a quad stretch next. Guarantee those puppies are going to be sore tomorrow. Grab onto the ankle or the back of the shoe. Whew, point them down. Keep your abs tight and try and flex that glute on that side just a little bit. That can help to increase and improve that stretch. Now, if you're feeling a hamstring cramp anytime you do a quad stretch, it means the strength in your quad is so much greater than the strength in your hamstring and glute that these muscles are, in a sense, flexing so hard that they are cramping and freaking out trying to fight against this muscle. So that means your muscles are very, very out of balance. Okay, so adding strength to the back of the legs is going to be important, and trying to gain some flexibility in the front of the leg is going to be essential. Okay, we'll change sides. Grab hold, point that knee down, up nice and tall. I like to squeeze my abs tight and then push my hips forward a little bit. So normally you might be hanging out here, okay? But if I go abs tight and then push forward, you can kind of see that knee come back a little bit. That stretch increases dramatically if you do it that way. Oh man, yeah, that's a good stretch. That's a good stretch. For those that took me up on the challenge and the calf raises, I'll do a stretch just for you. We got a split stance. We'll do a calf stretch. One leg back and leaning forward. You can also do this one on a stair. Would actually look like the calf raises, just like this, without the raising part. So you're just kind of leaning forward a little bit. You got your feet propped up on. Getting a big stretch going that way, but I'll keep demonstrating this way. And I'm really adding some pressure into my arms because your calf and the Achilles tendon are both very, very powerful. It takes a lot of force to stretch them well. I'm going to switch. And it's important that it's steady force, not herky-jerky force, steady. So it's that steady lean in, that steady push, that steady stretch. That'll get you going the best and the safest. Whew. Okay, let's see. We also work the glutes pretty well, so let's get those. Okay, your glutes, those butt cheeks. You can have a seat in a chair. Bring a leg up and over. We're going to be up nice and tall. And then by leaning forward, you can increase that stretch. Oh man. We're going to get a deltoid stretch as well. I think that'll do it for our stretches today. No, we're going to do two more. We'll do a deltoid stretch and we'll do a tricep stretch. That'll be perfect. That'll get some of the upper body that we hit. Change sides. Now, if you're ever in that spot where you say to yourself, I just don't really feel like it. I know I need to. I know I should. I know, but you're just not doing it. Remember this moment right here, where you're stretching, but you feel accomplished. You feel the glow, you feel excited, and you're very, very glad you just took those few minutes. Because you know, if you didn't take those few minutes, you would have done some other time-wasting thing that wouldn't have got you where you wanted to go, right? So remember this, when you're thinking, I don't know if I should, or I don't really feel like it. Remember how you feel in this moment. I feel good. I feel really accomplished. Number one, I did a workout. Number two, I did it with you, which was exciting. And number three, I did something that I was avoiding. I did something that I was like, man, I need to make that video. I want to make that video, but I'm not making it, okay? But I took the time, and I made it. Just like you took the time to work out. That's a big deal. We got to celebrate these wins, every little bit. We'll go to the other side. Chest is out. I'm bringing this arm across for a big stretch. And then from here, we're going to move into our last stretch, which is the arm up overhead. I'll show that here. So I've got one arm coming up, patting myself on my same side shoulder blade, and I'm taking this arm and helping it up a little bit, just like that. So opening it up. So from here would look like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tip. So I've got this elbow here, stretching down through here, and I'm leaning a little bit this way. And so I'm actually stretching all the way down through there. Oh man, that's some kind of wonderful. I need that. Get the other side up nice and tall, and then we'll add in that tip. Oh wow, this is great. Oh man. Whew. And that's it. That's a work till you can't, rest till you can. You did really good. Super proud of you. Way to go.